Your worship band needs a click track. There are numerous benefits to implementing this tool in your ministry. In this video, you'll learn all about these benefits as well as my #1 recommended software to start using a click or metronome with your worship band this weekend. My name is Jake Goslin with churchrun.com, an online resource for innovative and creative church leaders. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can receive all of our latest content to help you grow yourself and grow your church. Make sure you also check out the show notes in the description below for quick links to related videos and free resources for your ministry. Here's my question of the day. Do you use a click track with your worship band? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. You may be wondering what this Band-Aid is for on my neck. Well, a couple days ago, I got a piece of glass removed from my neck. It's about the size of a grain of rice, and I'll show you a picture right here. So about 6 months ago, I was in a pretty bad car wreck. The driver in oncoming traffic fell asleep at the wheel. It was like in the middle of the day, and I was just driving along the other way, and he just like came at me, and I like dodged out of the way, fortunately, soon enough where it wasn't completely head on, but it was still pretty much head on with the driver's side front part of my car. The glass was everywhere. My car was totaled. Fortunately, I just walked away with a bunch of scrapes, and in the end, I also walked away with some glass in my neck. At the time, I didn't know. The doctor in the emergency room couldn't find it. Like, they did an x-ray and they're like, yeah, you're fine, just let it heal. And then this little lump in my neck never went away, which you could probably see it in some of my previous videos. Anyways, I went to another doctor and he's like, yeah, you got glass in your neck, let's take it out. So they cut it open, took it out, stitched it back up. That's why I have the Band-Aid on. It's either the Band-Aid or you can see like my 4 stitches that I have in my neck. And I think probably for your guys' sake, it's better to just look at the Band-Aid. Anyways, back to the video. For a long time as a worship leader, I stayed away from using a click or metronome in worship. I was concerned it would be too restrictive and too difficult to implement. But 3 years ago, I was leading worship full-time at an older church with an older worship team, and I felt like we had hit a ceiling in terms of the band's level of musicianship and excellence. So that is when I finally made the time to research what it would take to implement a click or metronome and eventually even backing tracks into my worship ministry. My only regret is I didn't start sooner. Here are 5 reasons why I love using a click track for my worship band and why I recommend every worship leader implement using one as soon as possible. Number 1, cohesive sound. Playing with a click will make sure your band members play together more cohesively. The primary purpose of a click track is to keep everyone at the same timing and tempo. One of the biggest challenges worship leaders face is making sure that everybody is playing in sync with one another. Sure, you may have a solid drummer, and that's great, and that'll eliminate a lot of timing issues for a band, but many modern worship songs have sections in the music that do not call for a strong drum beat, leaving the rest of the band to guess what the tempo should be. Using a click or metronome eliminates this issue and helps your band sound tight all of the time. Number 2, consistent song tempos. Without a click or metronome, it's easy for a band to collectively rush or drag a song. This most commonly happens during dynamic transitions of songs like build-ups or breakdowns. Without a click track, musicians often get too excited and they rush during a build, or they get lazy and they slow down during a breakdown. A click will ensure your band always plays any given worship song at the proper tempo. Number 3, improved musicianship. There's a myth that playing with a click or metronome makes you a lesser musician or band. If this is true, why do the majority of professional touring worship bands use a click track? Are they not as talented as your average worship band at a small church? Of course not. They use a click because that's how professionals achieve a professional sound. Implementing a click track will improve your team's musicianship because it will help them internalize the proper tempo and play more cohesively. Implementing a click in your worship ministry is a huge step forward, not backward. Number 4, backing tracks. Backing tracks are becoming increasingly popular for worship bands, but you cannot implement them in your ministry without first using a click track. As I already explained, a click track makes sure your band plays at the right tempo and timing of a song. And backing tracks come prepackaged in whatever tempo the song was originally produced. Playing along with backing tracks would be impossible without also having the click or metronome to keep your band at the proper tempo and timing. Number 5, production automation. Maybe you dream of someday being able to automate lyrics, video, and lighting in worship. Imagine never having late lyric slides or missed lighting cues. In order for you to cue up the appropriate cues at the appropriate time, your band must play at the exact right tempo. By now you know the only way to do that is with a click track. So those are my 5 reasons for why every worship band should use a click track. Now I want to share with you my favorite software for using a click track in worship. Ableton Live. Ableton Live has the capability to run a click track, backing tracks, and even automate lyrics and lighting in worship. Download my Lead Worship with Ableton toolkit linked below in the show notes. In it, I include all of the gear and software you will need to use Ableton Live for worship. Also included in the show notes is another video I made on how to start using Ableton Live to run a click track and ambient pads in worship. If you're new to using a click in Ableton Live, this is the quickest way to get started with the software in only a few minutes. Ableton Live does cost $99 for the intro version, but you can try it out for free with a 30-day trial, which you can download at ableton.com. If you're going to implement a click in worship, I highly recommend learning Ableton Live because it will set you up for more advanced features like running backing tracks and production automation. Download my Lead Worship with Ableton toolkit today to get started. Let me know in the comments if you use a click track for your worship band, and include any reasons for why you use one or why you don't want to use one. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up button and share this video with your friends in ministry. You can check out some related videos by clicking right there. Subscribe to the Church Run channel and hit the notification bell so you can receive all of our latest content to help you grow yourself and grow your church.